Hey guys, good morning. This is Bill Mabry with Bill Mabry Online Coaching. Hope you guys are having a really great day today so far. Um, Today I got some really super exciting news that concerns one of my current type 2 diabetic clients. And so I'll get right to it here, but I got to figure out how to get these pop-offs to stop coming on when I'm doing a live Facebook. They're irritating. So let me get my clock going here. There we go. That way I'm going to stay on time, and let me get me the information I'm going to talk to you guys about. Okay, so this is for those of you that either have type 2 diabetes, or you may know somebody that has type 2 diabetes and they could be on medication. And this is also for those of you out there that are skeptics, that you've never heard, or maybe your doctor or health professional has never told you that you can reverse type 2 diabetes naturally by changing the types of foods you're eating, how often you're eating, and the icing on the cake is changing the type of water you're drinking to molecular hydrogen H2 that is in every glass of hydrogen-rich water. And the reason for that is because the health professionals don't want you to know. And why is that? Because they don't make any money on it. But you can't deny science. And so those of you that follow me know that one of my favorite sayings is documentation will always overrule conversation. So if you go to my Fat Loss Made Easy group Facebook page, I actually put the readings, her before readings, and the actual picture of the glucose meter and the number. And then I actually put the reading of yesterday's and where her numbers are at there. So there's the proof. There's the documentation, and it always will overrule conversation. And all you have to do is go to Fat Loss Made Easy, join the group page, and the readings are in there. But anyway, this is what happened to her. On January 27, 2022, when we first basically started, I had him do a 20-hour fast because I needed to know what her starting point was in her blood sugar. So by doing a 20-hour fast, that means no calories, just water and black coffee or green tea. That's it. No calories at all, no food. So obviously you would think that her blood glucose levels would drop down to a very below 100, right? Well, not if you're type 2 diabetic for a while and you're not following our courses or our packages that actually will help to lower blood glucose levels. Well, what happened to 20-hour fast is her blood glucose level was still at 120, which is high. That's high, especially being on a 20-hour fast. And so most likely around, I don't know, the 10-hour mark of her fasting and the 12-hour mark of her fasting, that number most likely was much higher. I would have to say around probably 135, 145, or 150. Okay, so now that they have followed the program for a few weeks, and they're now getting more and more fat adapted, and their body is now understanding how healthy or how important good dietary fats are and low carb meals are. Yesterday, she did they're on a 23-1 every other day. So one day they're not fasting. The following day they're fasting, and we moved them to a 23-1 because they're ready to do that. And the reason why we know that is because of the consistency of their ketone levels when we measure their blood ketone levels. Well, what happened was yesterday her numbers dropped all the way down to 89. That is phenomenal. That is so exciting because basically what that is saying, she is no longer a type 2 diabetic as long as we keep going here. Now, you obviously still have to keep doing this for 3, 4, 5, 6 months to be consistent. But we are on the right road, and we are actually reversing her type 2 diabetes. Now, what's blowing health professionals away, because Emily and I I've become a type 2 diabetic specialist now for the last few years. I have worked with lots and lots of diabetics, and I've reversed their type 2 diabetes by monitoring their blood glucose levels and monitoring their ketone levels and getting the right ratio. And all I'm doing is changing the types of food that they're eating, and and how often they're eating, and finding the right protocol and the right food that is going to actually fit their schedules or fit their lifestyle so they can do this the rest of their life. And this can be accomplished in a short amount of time, even if you got a fatty liver. But you got to be consistent. Now, why is she able to drop her blood glucose so fast? It's because she's coachable. She's following the program consistently, and it might help when you're both are chefs, because in my course included is my fat burning cookbook recipes, and so obviously they went in there and they're cooking the foods out of that cookbook, and they're doing it right. So everything they're doing, their fat ratio is right on. Their protein ratio is right on, and of course their grams of good carbs is right on. And so that's why both of their numbers are looking so well. So that's what's exciting. So guys, know that those of you that have type 2 diabetes, or you may know somebody with type 2 diabetes, yes, it can be reversed naturally when given the right tools. And we've come up with courses and packages to help you do that with all the educational tools you possibly need. All you got to do is go to billmabrycoaching.com, my website, hit the free consultation. Let's talk about your issue. Let's see what your concerns are, and let's fix those. That's all you have to do, because you obviously haven't been educated by your health professional how dangerous type 2 diabetes is long term, and how one of the worst things that can possibly happen to you is kidney disease and going on dialysis 3 times a week. You don't want to do that. It will happen, though, if you don't get your diabetes under control. It is still an epidemic here in the United States among the young and old because of the standard American diet, and because nobody's educated the public about how often you should eat your meals. The American public today is eating too many meals per day, causing the root cause of their diabetes, or why they keep getting fatter, is a hormone that's out of control for most of the day, most of the week, and most of the month. Okay? So guys, share this video with somebody you know that has type 2 diabetes. And like I said, if you have any questions, go to Bill Mabry at billmabrycoaching.com. Email me your questions, or go to my website and check out the ebooks. I do have my fat burning recipe cookbook right in that section where you can purchase it. Okay, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you guys at the next video.